Shanti. Good morning to all of you. So we will be reading the Murli of the 14th of March, 1982. It's a very interesting Murli today. In this, Baba reminds us that we are world servers. Now, we can only serve the world when we are ready to tour around the world. But when can we tour around the world? Is it the physical touring around, or is it a mental touring? So Baba would tour around the world. Baba would go from one place to the other in his mind, because God can do anything. Right? God can be anywhere. But when he goes different places, he sees what's happening. So he also gives us information of what is transpiring in different places and how we need to change what we are doing at this time, or in other words, increase or improve our efforts at this time so that we can match the energy of the world around us. And so when we start doing that, when we start serving others in that capacity, then we become world transformers. All right, so we have to learn the art of touring with Baba. But let's see what Baba has to say about what he saw when he toured around. So BapDada's news of this land and the lands abroad, that is of Bharat and then the rest of the world. So today BapDada went on a tour with the children. So let's go on tour. How long would it take? Acha, would you like me to share the screen, dear brother? I can do that. I can do that. Okay. Give me a moment. All right. So today BapDada went on a tour with the children. How long would it take BapDada to tour the whole world? He can choose how much time he takes to complete his tour, whether he does it in great detail or in essence. Today is the day to meet the double foreigners. So a lot of double foreigners were sitting in front of Baba at that time. Therefore, Baba is giving news of his travels. What did he see in the foreign lands? And what did he see in this land? Some time ago, there was a wave of a speciality of the foreign lands that came to Bharat. What was it? Just as people abroad used to remain constantly engrossed in the facilities of temporary happiness, so the people of Bharat too have used many foreign facilities to attain happiness. They have experienced and are still experiencing a lot of intoxication by using those foreign facilities that bring temporary happiness. So a lot of consumerism in the West, a lot of good materials, products that are available in the West would go to India, and then people of Bharat would also enjoy those material possessions, the facilities of science. The people of Bharat copied the use of the temporary facilities, and because of this copying, they have lost their original power. Yeah, too much of luxuries. They stepped away from their spirituality and took the support of the foreign facilities of happiness. But now Baba is comparing what people in Bharat did and what, in general, the people of the foreign lands do. They did something very sensible. They attracted the real spiritual power of Bharat to their foreign lands. So Bharat took the materialism, consumerism of the West, and the West, or the foreign lands, took the spirituality of Bharat. As a result of that, a great many followers from abroad are seen following anyone who is famous for having spiritual power or being a guru. Souls abroad are renouncing artificial facilities and are very much attracted to real things and to spirituality. Souls abroad are renouncing artificial facilities and are very much attracted to the real things and to spirituality. Whereas the people of Bharat have become engrossed in artificial facilities. How ironic. They have discarded their own things and are moving towards things that don't belong to them. Now, when you go back to India, you see KFCs and Pizza Huts and whatnot. So whereas souls abroad have a great desire for seeking, recognizing, and attaining real things. So not just meditation, but Hatha Yoga, for example, how much the Westerners have taken this. I think many more Westerners are doing more Hatha Yoga than the people from Bharat. And they have improvised it so much. They've come up with such fancy, creative names for those. So therefore today, whilst BapDada was touring this land and the lands abroad, he saw on his tour what the people of Bharat were doing and what the people abroad were doing. Seeing the people of Bharat, BapDada felt mercy for the souls of the number one religion of the highest clan. Of course, not everyone who is in India belongs to Bharat. See, there's a difference between Bharat and India. The current India is different from Bharat, the original land Bharat of the Golden Age. But Baba is sort of comparing to kind of putting both of them in the same basket. And so seeing that the people of Bharat or current India who have forgotten their own special things and have become so engrossed in adopting the things that the souls of a later religion have renounced. So Christianity started in the Copper Age, but the original eternal deity religion started in Golden Age. In the previous cycle, the previous conference age, God himself established the eternal deity religion that continued through the Golden Age and the Silver Age. And then somewhere in the early part of the Copper Age, Christianity started. The West is all Christianity or Islam and things like that. So they have renounced, or they are renouncing more and more materialism. But we, the residents of Bharat, and many of us are true residents of Bharat, the original eternal deity religion, we have become more engrossed now in those negative things. So Baba is feeling mercy. This is why, while sitting in the home of Bharat, they don't even know the Father. The elevated guest who has come to Bharat, the home, whereas souls abroad heard the message from far away, recognized the Father, and have come here. You know, when you go to Madhuban during the season, you will see double foreigners. Baba uses this word double foreigners, which really means that in a way, everybody is a foreigner. Everybody on this planet is a foreigner because everybody has come from the supreme abode. That is the original home. This planet is not the original home. In a way, we are all aliens to this planet. You see, so we are all single foreigners. But those souls who were born outside of India, in different cultures, different religions, they would be called as double foreigners because they are foreign to India and, of course, foreign to the Supreme Abode. Yeah, so they belong to the Supreme Abode, if that makes sense. So Baba is saying that these double foreigners, many of them, you will see them and they will be meditating so well. They'll be sitting with so much of fervor, so much of enthusiasm, so much of focused attention. It's a joy to see them. Some people coming from European countries, some people coming from Middle East, US, of course, North America, South America, even some of these war-torn countries, even some of these Baltic countries. You'll see people from there, and they all have so much of desire to improve themselves, to practice spirituality, to be with Baba, and so on and so forth. So Baba is saying there are so many people in India right now. I don't know what's the population today. It's 2.5 billion, something like that, 2.5, 2.7. So how many Baba's children are there in India out of so many souls? So Baba is kind of having mercy on the people of Bharat, that they should be recognizing the Father who actually comes to Bharat. Whereas people who live in abroad, these Western countries, where Baba doesn't come, yet they have recognized Baba and they have come to meet him. So therefore, BapDada is saying that the double foreigners have very sharp eyes of recognition. From far away, they have seen and have attained through their eyes of recognition and their experience. BapDada has mercy for the people of Bharat, especially the residents of Abu. So if you go in Abu, a lot of people, they're living so close to the headquarters. They see the activities of the headquarters day in and day out, and yet they choose not to be part of it. Yeah, they choose not to, come even to visit the headquarters, come inside. So because even though they are so close, they don't have eyes of recognition. So doesn't this make us feel good that we have, all of us who are today on this call, we have recognized God. It's an honor to be able to recognize God. It's a privilege that Baba has actually bestowed upon us. This recognition is also a gift. Not everyone has it. And so it's a gift from God, Baba himself, that we have been able to recognize. Their eyes of recognition remain blind. Seeing such children, there would be mercy for them, would they not? So Baba was seeing the wonder of the double foreigners. What else did Baba see? Nowadays, just as Bharat is poor, so as the final moments come closer, there is less than plenty for the people abroad as well. Things are getting a little bit bad, yes, even in the Western countries. When a tree is flourishing, it is covered with fruit or flowers. But when it begins to dry up, all the fruit or flowers also begin to dry up. So the fruit and flowers are the speciality of attainment of a land through which people remain happy and in an atmosphere of peace have also begun to dry up. Things are getting more and more difficult in the West and many other countries on the planet other than India. So now it is not so easy to get a job in the foreign lands. Did you ever hear of this problem abroad before? So this too is a sign that the facilities of happiness and the fruit of peace are drying up. This has to happen. Law of entropy. Things are going to get worse over time, progressively, everywhere across the planet. That's the law. So the main trunk of Bharat is drying up, and it has begun to affect the main branches. The Christian religion is the last main branch. In the picture of the tree, which branch is of the Christian religion? Of the main branches that you show, this is the last one, is it not? Up to that branch, the attainment of plenty that was flourishing has now dried up. This is a sign of the state of decay of the whole tree. So this is a clear sign that the world will not last for too long. Transformation is just around the corner. So in the whole world, Baba saw that the fruit and flowers of temporary attainment have dried up. There are just two other things. So far, what did Baba see? That people of Bharat are going into consumerism, whereas people of abroad are going into spirituality. They are recognizing Baba as people of India, of Bharat, are failing to recognize God. And then he saw that how everything is going into decay. Of course, in Bharat, in India, but also the rest of the world. So now there are two other things that Baba is seeing, or Baba saw during the tour. One is to cry out in the mind and through the lips. Distress, right? Upheaval in the mind, and then we end up complaining. And the other is to be compelled to continue to live in and run the country in whatever way is possible. And here Baba is using two words which are rhyming. These are Hindi words, chillana and chalana. To cry out is chillana, and to continue with the task, chalana. Kya kare, chala rahe hai. Yeah. Sometimes we say, right, I'm simply chugging, not even chugging along, I'm dragging along. Right? That's how people many times say. So neither should there be distress, really, nor should there be this feeling that I'm just pushing myself. So both are in a way signs of distress, but that's what is happening across the world. These are the only two things left. Going along in great happiness has come to an end. Wow, I'm having a blast. I'm chilling away. And all those things have gone away across the world. Everybody is struggling. So going along in great happiness has come to an end, and all that is left is to keep going in whatever way possible. It has become like this abroad as well. All right, we can't afford a big house. Well, we'll take a small house, maybe an apartment. Or we can't buy a good car. All right, we'll take a two-wheeler. If we can't send our children to the best educational institutions, we'll settle for something less. Chala rahe, right? Everywhere. So what is this a sign of? For how long can one continue to do everything under compulsion? Now, what do you do with a world that is crying out? So what is our responsibility when we see people around us crying out? It's not just a few people around us, it's across the planet. The entire humanity is in distress. So what do we have to do? Well, yeah, so we have been commissioned by God himself to serve mankind, right? So Baba is saying, give the wings of attainment to those who are doing everything under compulsion and make them fly. Give the wings of attainment to those who are doing everything under compulsion and make them fly. Who will be able to make them fly? Yeah. So in other words, if someone is sad, who will be able to make that person happy again? One who is happy himself or herself. So those who are in the flying stage themselves, only they will be able to help others fly. That chillana and challana will go away. So are you in the flying stage? Now this is a moment of reflection that we all should take for ourselves. When Baba is asking us, so we need to go within ourselves and ask ourselves, am I in a flying stage? Are you in the flying stage or the stage of ascent? So ascent is also good, right? What's wrong with the stage of ascent? But Baba many times uses these interesting words, charti kala, but urti kala. So charti kala is great. See, climbing a mountain is an awesome experience. However, it is an arduous task. Whereas if you're flying, then biggest mountains, you don't feel anything. You just fly over the mountain. So stage of ascent has now got to be changed into a stage of flying, Urtikala. So it shouldn't even be the stage of ascent. You now have to be in the flying stage. Yeah, Baba uses other words like Utartikala. So across the entire cycle, there has been an Utartikala. That is, we have always gone down. Law of entropy works on us. Only in the confluence stage, the law of reverse entropy works. That is, we ascend. But now the ascent should not be slow and arduous. It should be like a quantum jump, quantum leap. It should be like flying. So where have you reached? What do you double foreigners think? The majority of you are teacher quality like the father, are you not? So in India, it is difficult to become a BK teacher because there are lots of teachers there, those who have surrendered themselves completely. They live in the center, they take care of things, they don't go out and work. So there are lots of BK sisters like that. And really speaking, there are very few BK brothers who are teachers. It's really BK sisters. Whereas in the West, there are fewer BK sisters. Everybody has to work. So, and because there's scarcity of people to manage and man the centers, then the double foreigners actually get upgraded, if you will, to become teachers very quickly. So Baba is referring to those. The majority of you are teacher quality like the father, are you not? A teacher means one who has the flying stage. You're like this, are you not? So in other words, Baba wants us teachers, or if you see yourself as a teacher, in fact, each one of us is a teacher. If you're not teaching others, we are at least teaching ourselves. But also we have a circle of influence, right? We have our own family members who look at us, who emulate everything that we're doing. And so if we are doing the right thing, then they start doing the right thing. Our goodness or our right actions actually have a spillover effect on others around us. So we are, in a way, teachers for ourselves and people around us, automatically, spontaneously. So if we are teachers, then what should be our stage? Flying stage, Urti Kala, not even Charti Kala, and definitely not Uttarti Kala, that is descending stage. And sometimes Baba uses another word, Teherti Kala. Sometimes we get stagnant, get stuck. Acha. So today Baba simply told you the news of his tour. Now, those of this land and abroad are very clearly seeing these practical signs that everything is in chaos now. When something happens nowadays, they say it happened 100 years ago. They say things happen in cycles. Many unique things are happening because all of these things will reveal the unique Father. So in other words, all the different problems that are arising in the world, the chaos, the upheaval, the challenges, they're good too, because they will reveal BapDada, reveal God. The sound that emerges from everyone's mouth is, what will happen now? There's a big question mark in the minds of people. Everyone has a very clear question mark in their intellect. What will happen? The words that will emerge now are, whatever had to happen has happened. See, this is a drama, the wonderful drama of life. Everything is predestined and everything is perfect. Everything is accurate. Whatever had to happen has happened, and whatever is supposed to happen is going to happen too. The Father has come. The question mark will finish and the full stop will be applied. Because the question mark confuses us. It's kind of convoluted, right? It ends up creating convoluted mindsets for us. We don't know what is right, what's wrong. We get confused, and then more and more distress becomes part of our lives. So Baba is saying the question mark will finish and the full stop will be applied. Just as churning produces butter, a fantastic analogy, amazing analogy. See, God comes up with such wonderful examples. Just as churning produces butter. Butter is good. Butter gives us strength. First, there is a lot of movement when we are churning, and then the butter emerges. So, only after the fluctuation of the question mark will the butter of revelation emerge. Wow. So only after the fluctuation of the question mark will the butter of revelation emerge. So all this upheaval, all the chaos, all the problems, challenges are good. See? Are we scared of these problems? Are we going to have question mark like the people of the world? Are we going to be in distress like the people of the world? Or will we have total clarity as to what needs to be done, what will happen, what needs to be done? And then can we become sources of inspiration for others? Can we become images of hope for others? Can we become beacons of light for others? So the upheaval has started at a great speed. So if the churning is really fast, then what will happen? More and more butter will come out, right? And very quickly. So the butter of revelation will now be visible in all corners of the world. However, who is going to eat this butter? Are you ready to eat it? You see, eating butter requires a good digestion too. Not everyone can digest butter. So are we ready? Ready would mean, are we capable enough? Have we improved our capacity? In Hindi, Baba uses the word samarthi. Have we created enough samarthi? Have we become samarth enough, capable enough to be able to take in this butter? But also, in a way, think of it, who will be able to take this butter? Only those who have churned it. If you're churning your butter, then you get to eat it. Your neighbor doesn't. If your neighbor churns the butter, buttermilk, then or milk, then the butter comes out, he gets to enjoy it. So if we want this butter, we have to put in the effort. And then simultaneously, we have to increase our capacity to be able to digest it. So are you ready to eat it? Everyone is invoking you, angels. So we have to be in angelic consciousness, angelic state to be able to enjoy this butter, to be able to receive this butter, yeah, to have the privilege of having the butter, and then to be able to digest it. Acha. Now the salutations. To those who enable souls who lack something, to those who enable souls who lack something to attain all attainments. People are lacking not just something, they're lacking a lot. Extreme distress. So can we help them attain all attainments? So Baba is invoking our souls in salutations every time in the Avit Murlis. These salutations are meant to kind of shake us into a heightened state of awareness, into an awakened state that, children, I need you to do something. So Baba is saying to those who enable souls. So in a way, Baba is looking at only the most capable of his children and saluting them, acknowledging them here. So am I one of those who enable souls who lack something to attain all attainments? Or am I also one of those who lack? Or have I become someone who has attained everything? Panathosopalia. Or at least have I filled my coffers enough? Have I filled my reservoir enough? Is my sponge soaked with enough of God's love, God's power, that I can share that with at least someone around me? To the great donors who donate to everyone, the eyes of recognition. Have I recognized, first of all, have I recognized God? Have I truly recognized God? Or is it just here? Am I intellectualizing this knowledge or the connection with God? Or have I truly understood it deep inside in my heart that this is God who is teaching me, the highest source of energy? Do I have that clear understanding? So you see, this clear understanding goes even beyond faith. There's no belief here. I don't believe in God. You can't say that. I don't believe in Baba, or I even have faith in Baba. You enter into knowing God, really. Knowing Baba. You know it. You've understood it. Is that making sense, right? So if you have recognized him, truly understood him, then you can donate that recognition to others. Then we become great donors. So have I become such a great donor? To the contented souls who are bestowers of blessings. Again, if I feel empty within, I don't have this, I don't have that, then how can I give to others? Only when I have received enough blessings, only when I have accumulated enough blessings, can I bestow blessings to others. So to the contented souls who are bestowers of blessings, and give everyone the blessing of contentment. If I don't have contentment within me, I'm totally dissatisfied all the time, in a disgruntled state, then how can I bring contentment in the hearts of others? So it's not about what we have. What we think we have is what makes us contented. Right? Our perception makes us feel discontented or content. There's this song, right? The famous old Bollywood song, Mana hum jeb ke fakir hai, fir bhi dil ke ameer hai, something like that, right? So you could have nothing, yet you could feel really at the top of the world that you're full. And most people today have so much, and yet they feel as if they have nothing. So to those who constantly make other souls fly with the wings of their attainment. So our wings of attainment should inspire others to experience all attainments, and therefore they should be able to fly too. Otherwise, they get grounded. If we get grounded, they'll also get grounded. If we are flying, then we can inspire them to fly. To those who are constantly in the flying stage, we can't crash. To those who reveal the Father through their own being, to those who reveal the Father through their own being, to the elevated souls who are revealed in front of the world. BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So we, spiritual children, say namaste to the spiritual Father. Yes, so we will not get upset with the question marks, right? With the upheaval that is happening. People are not sure what is going on. We know exactly what's going to happen. And that upheaval actually is going to be the churning that will allow more and more butter. And what is that butter? Butter of God's revelation. The people will be able to recognize God more easily. More and more people will be able to recognize God quicker. Yes? So only good things are going to emerge out of this upheaval. So now Baba is saying, do you constantly experience yourself to be full of all attainments? Again, Baba is pushing this a little bit further. Do you experience all attainments? What signs are visible in a soul who experiences all attainments? He will be constantly content. So content would mean there would be happiness on the face, peace on the face. He will constantly be content. The sign of contentment would be constantly visible on his face. It would be visible from his face that that soul has attained everything. In a worldly way, you can tell from the face of a prince, a princess, or someone of a high clan that that soul is full and content. In the same way, let it be visible on the faces of you who belong to the spiritual clan that you have attained something that no one else has attained. Think of it. Our faces should reveal the fact that we have attained something that no one else has attained. So there can't be any arrogance here, but pure pride and intoxication that we have attained God. Do you feel that your behavior and your face have changed? Has the sparkle of attainment come onto your faces? Double foreigners have received a double chance. Therefore, they have to do double service. Yeah, double chance. Foreigners would be able to go whenever they wish. In India, different areas have different time slots for them to go to Madhuban. So not everyone can go anytime. Like for example, Maharashtra zone would go at certain time, and then the Madhya Pradesh zone would go some other time. But double foreigners get the chance to go whenever they wish. So therefore, they have to do double service. How will you do double service? Not just through words, but also through your behavior and through your face. So how will we be able to do double service? What does double service mean? Then serving through the words, but also our face, our behavior should truly reveal what we have attained. what they call as walk the talk, be the message. Just as you have become moths, so too you are souls who will bring many other moths to the flame. Just as you have become moths, so too your souls will bring many other moths to the flame. Seeing you fly, other moths will begin to fly behind you. Just as you go into the depths of everything, similarly, you must go into the depths of the experience of every virtue. The more you go into the depths, the more new experiences you will have daily. Baba wants us to have new experiences daily, every single day. How will you have new experiences daily? Where will you get these new experiences from? Search in the closets that we have. Look under the rug, under the furniture. Look inside, yeah. But what else? Yeah, remembering God. That's also a good answer. But also, you see, experiences come through experimenting. Yeah, that's what the scientists do. How do they become authorities in that particular subject? Because they have experimented enough with that thing. So if we too experiment with God's knowledge, whatever God has said, let's try to use that today. Practical spirituality, let's try to use that in our day-to-day affairs. And then see what works, how it works, when it doesn't work, and so on and so forth. So new experimentations will lead to new experiences. Just as you experience being an embodiment of peace every day, so to experience newness every day. Baba loves newness. You can have new experiences when you go into solitude. What you were saying. You can have new experiences when you go into solitude. To be in solitude means always to be in solitude physically, and also to remain constantly absorbed in the depths of one. And there's this word ekant. So ekant is solitude, but ek ki yaad mein ant ho jaye. Yeah, ek ki mein ant, ekant. That is, Baba becomes my only thing, my entire universe. Baba, Baba, and only Baba. That is ekant. So when you say the word Baba repeatedly, let there be the experience of something new every time you say it. When you come in the beginning, you used to use the word Baba. You use the same word Baba when you arrived in Madhuban. Now you are to return home, you will use the same word Baba. However, there will be such a vast difference in the way you said it when you came and the way you say it now. Because again, you have experimented with Baba more, so you've experienced Baba more. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can
Yes.
take the second part later. What do you think? Because this 2 days,
Okay.
2 part actually. Yeah.
Okay, dear brother, we can stop here if that's how you would like
you.
it. There are many other questions. There's a lot more. So what I suggest is I can at least finish this sentence, a couple of sentences. Yeah, and then finish it. Or maybe, yeah, I don't mind, whatever works best for you, dear brother. So we can stop here. So we will start with this, saying the word Baba the next time. And so how there will be new experiences that will come through new experimentation. And then, there'll be more power in the word Baba. There'll be more meaning in the word Baba or everything else. Peace, love, happiness. The more you experience all these, there is a different power that will be generated when you say these words again, there'll be different feelings in the heart. That's what Baba is talking about. Okay, so we can go back to this. I can stop sharing the screen, and so we can remember Baba for a minute, and then you all can share your points. Or if someone has a question, we can field those as well. Next 1 minute, we can scan the entire Murli that we read. Of all the things that Baba saw when he toured around, and what he hopes us to be able to do. When there's upheaval in the world, we still remain happy, we remain contented, and we serve others. We help people fly, but we can do so only when we are free. And there's no question mark in our hearts. And we are fully contented. Back to you, dear brother.
Thank you, Bhaiji. Now, people can, they can unmute and share their takeaway. Thank you.
Om Shanti, brother. Good morning. The last few sentences are really profound, where Baba says to it appeals us to remain absorbed in his love and be in solitude and experience furthermore of the deeper experiences of with him. I'm practicing certain things while I'm on a break. So be it day, be it night, I'm spending more time with self to experience newness while I remain in connection with him. It brings greater peace, greater relaxation, greater joy, and also allows me to push myself further from whatever limitations I had probably are the best limitations, are the best practices. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Shwetanka. When you started going on a tour, I just said, what should be my stage? Unlimited stage. World benefactor. I think if you go on a tour with Baba, touring the world, this is what you should give. But it really looked like a different piece of information to me when BapDada took for us and showed us a completely different picture. He took us back to the 70s and 80s. If I remember, it used to be called as, the word was brain drain. It was such a famous word which was used when people used to migrate for professionalism, for skill, when everything from India attracted people there. It was only, see, what attracted people from abroad? The S for spirituality. And what attracted Indians over there is for a good standard of living. I was just thinking. But India, before even the 70s and all, was a land of abundance. India was everyone, the Europeans, the Mughals, the Afghans and all were attracted in India. And when India lost everything, when everything was taken away from here abroad, everything, Indians were attracted there. I was just trying to understand the paradox which Baba introduced us. But of course, the end of the statement, what he says is spirituality is what. There were so many other things why abroad were attracted, because for them, India was a land of wonder. India was a land of mysticism. India was a land of spiritual gurus. So when that got exhausted, they visited it. I was just joining with Baba in that world tour, and I was trying to see it through his eyes, how Baba viewed that brain drain or flight of human capital. Om Shanti.
I liked when Baba said that, the eye of recognition, people living in Abu are unable to recognize Baba, and, they are, their life. And also, Baba compared the life between Bharat and the foreign land. So people are trying to copy everything. They forgot or lost their original power, and then they're trying to look around and then copying people. Right? Though Christianity came after, right after the original religion, the deity religion, but still they have lost all their power and then trying to copy it from the other people. And now people abroad recognizing Baba, Baba said they have got the eye to recognize Baba. So that's when we look at it, right, it's really sad that though many people live in Bharat, but they are unable to realize Baba and take all their rights and attainments from Baba. Om Shanti. Thank you. Any other sharing? If not, then I will do an announcement. This is about tomorrow's session. So tomorrow, as we know, it's a buffer day, Sunday. So we have a master class, a Murli Manthan session on the Murli dated 07/03/1982. So this is, the title of that Murli is The Benefit of Slowing Down the Speed of Thoughts. So Arif Bhai will be taking a Murli Manthan session on this Murli, the stated Murli. So request everyone to attend and take the complete benefit of it. Yeah. Thank you. Shwetank Bhai, do you, okay. Yeah,
Yes,
would you
dear
like
brother,
to,
you want
yeah,
me to do
thank you.
something?
Yeah, would you like to conclude the session with a meditation? Thank you.
Sure. Let's do that together. Just for a few minutes. What a model for all of us to recognize. You are the privileged one.
Shvedanga, you're not audible.
Let me stop the music. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it is.
So far, whatever I said, nothing was audible.
Yeah, true. Nothing. We couldn't hear. The music was audible though.
So anyways, what I was saying was that it is such a privilege, such an honor to know God, to be with God, to have the opportunity to hold his hand and go on a tour of the world. It's an honor that Baba reminds us every day of our true responsibility towards the world that's reeling in pain and suffering, that's suffering, struggling, confused. We know for sure that this struggle, this confusion will lead to the most amazing result soon. That is revelation of God himself. But we have to help those souls. We have to help them fly. So see yourself flying. See yourself truly contented. See yourself truly at peace. No inner struggles. And through your stage, see yourself helping others fly as well. Bringing solace to the hearts of people. Filling their lives with contentment. Making their hearts full of all attainments. We are the ones the world has been waiting for. We are the ones who will connect them to God. So see yourself moving forward at a fast speed. Totally in sync with Baba's energy. Spreading Baba's love across the planet. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Shwetangbai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a good day.